Tristan on the track.
And when you're listening to my narrow-headed mind, just say yeah. And when you're listening to my jam, just say J. And when you're listening to my testimonies, just say T. But when you're listening to me, just say NJT, NJT. And when you're listening to my narrow-headed mind, just say yeah. And when you're listening to my jam, just say J. And when you're listening to my testimonies, just say T. But when you're listening to me, just say NJT, NJT. You bitches steadily thinking you are, but you don't gotta saying this, because you haven't got a fucking point. You thinking you run these streets, but you don't see the glistening me. Listen through that lie, thinking that you can fight, but you're just like the rest of the town. You're just a dumbass in a decline. Every time your woods hit that spot, they just start to drop down. Now you get shot down, fuck with me, then you bitches are gonna get shot down. Now just listen, as my testimonies are growing loud. If you wanna be the one who finally sees my mind, just listen to my lines. Every day I just close my eyes to see the little NJT working inside of me. It frightens me, but watch as I go to the top to grab my destiny, my motherfucking destiny. And when you're listening to my narrow-headed mind, just say yeah. And when you're listening to my jam, just say J. And when you're listening to my testimonies, just say T. But when you're listening to me, just say NJT, NJT. And when you're listening to my narrow-headed mind, just say yeah. And when you're listening to my jam, just say J. And when you're listening to my testimonies, just say T. But when you're listening to me, just say NJT, NJT. Every day I beg because you push me away. You don't wanna be the one, the only one that shapes as the letters start to fade. They're living their lives because their mind they start to sink. When I can show them a huge surprise, I just show you the feet of a 10,000 army. Because when you look at me, that's what you see. I'm coming in running all over these streets. I know you wanna diss, but you're not looking at me, because your lyrics will never be touching mine. Because someday you'll actually know I'll be the one killing it every time and every day. I know I see the way up on the top, up on the buildings. I look away, I look days, but that's just how I know I'm on my way.